A city of pure imagination, Carthage. Welcome to Newsmakers. I'm Lisa Oligus. In this edition, we take a deep dive into events and activities in the city of Carthage, Missouri. We begin our conversation with Chamber of Commerce Director Julie Reams. Welcome, Julie.
Hello. Thank you for having me.
So glad you're here. There's lots to talk about. Summer is often a busy time for any community welcoming visitors. Yes. I know Maple Leaf is in the fall, and a big draw, but you've already picked a theme and you're getting going. We even kind of mentioned at the start. Why City of Pure Imagination?
Well, how beautiful it is. We have so much to offer in Carthage, and you can be anything, do anything, have any business that you want in Carthage. Why not imagine the possibility? And what better way, wrapping that in with Willy Wonka, we want to see some Oompa Loompas roaming through town this fall, but it's a great way for our businesses and visitors that may be coming this summer take notice and want to come back this fall.
Yeah, I mean, your parade is one of the biggest, the Maple Leaf Parade.
It is big, yes.
So yes. You do expect as many entries as usual?
Absolutely, yes. We really are incentivizing our businesses to get behind the old traditional floats. By announcing the theme earlier than we ever have before, we want businesses to feel inspired to bring back that whimsical feel. We're working with a lot of our partners in town, including Vision Carthage, decorating our downtown. Mm-hmm. We're going to put candy everywhere and just to have a lot of fun. And our local art camp with Art Central, their art camp this summer they're doing Art of Imagination. They're going to make a lot of our things for us. So this is not, yes, it's an event that's in the fall, but this is happening all year long.
Yeah. A great way to get the kids involved because they have summer off.
Oh, absolutely.
So,
yeah.
Well, let's talk summer and June events. It's time for your chamber banquet, and this is airing this week.
Absolutely. We've been busy as well, and that is a Willy Wonka theme as well. It's the Golden Ticket Gala. Lots of awards that we'll be handing out to those very deserving businesses that take their time and patronize our community, and people patronize them back. So it's just a way for the chamber to say thank you.
Excellent. So I saw on your calendar you're welcoming a rodeo to town, June 6th to 7th. Is that something that helps bring a lot of people to the community?
Absolutely. That is the 47th, I believe, Carthage Stampede that is held out at Municipal Park. That is a long-standing tradition, and tickets are on sale. They do a great job out there. They usually fill up every year, and you can buy those tickets at Race Brothers there in Carthage.
It's 2 days. Is it more competitors that show up, or do we have big spectator crowds?
It's both. Usually the organizers say that they really fill up with all of the categories, and many people come to the spring, summer, what I like to call their rodeo, and they come back in the fall, and there's a Maple Leaf rodeo as well.
So one of the regular things in Carthage is Food Truck Friday. Is that continuing?
That is the second Friday of every month, held at our beautiful Central Park with lots of music and vendors, and many people from all over our area come and patronize all of the deliciousness that you're not going to get in a regular restaurant like a fried Twinkie or something like that. But it's definitely a staple in our community, and we're so happy that it is continuing to move and go forward, and that will wrap up in September.
Excellent. And it's fun to eat outdoors and be in a park in the summertime.
Listen to wonderful music that's going on, themed things, whether it's springtime planning or Kids Fest or something of that nature. There's really a little bit of something for everyone at Food Truck Friday.
Sounds great. So you have a corporate challenge underway. Tell us all about that.
Yes, this is a new initiative that we have partnered with the Fair Acres YMCA, and it's a great way to bring big business with small business. We have, it will be held in July, but sign up is happening now, and you don't have to be an athlete. We have things that you can do, puzzles. You can sit on the ground and play jacks, those kinds of things, but we'll also have those activities as well. Teams can sign up, and it's week-long. It's held during your work day. It's a great way to promote healthy work environment, networking within your organization, and meeting some new people, and that will be held in July for a whole week.
So do then businesses cross and meet each other in the competitions?
Yeah, they're going to be competing. I hear there's a lot of trash talking going on now as these businesses are starting to sign up, but they'll go through team training. They, thanks to the Y, those that sign up to participate will get a month-long free membership to go and bulk up or really practice your basketball skills or pickleball. So we have slated about 15 or 16 different challenges that you'll be able to take advantage of.
Yeah, when we did one here at Southern, I participated in bowling. So
yeah,
it wasn't the toughest event.
Well, and the beauty of ours, even though it will be held in July, almost all of our activities will be held inside. So we'll have our track and field day, our briefcase relay, which will be a lot of fun, but that will be outside, but everything else will be inside.
So let's talk, do you have events already on the calendar? I saw some for July and August. Do you have a golf classic down the road?
We do. In August, we will have our annual Chamber Banquet Golf Classic, another give back to our Chamber members. We want them to come out and have some fun. It's always a great time at our golf course. We have one of the best golf courses around. They do a really good job out there. And again, another activity just to have some fun. But the whole time, yes, I mean, we're doing events from the ribbon cuttings to coffees to great networking opportunities, not only for our community, but for our chamber members to be involved. We do have some new initiatives that will be starting this fall, how to be a board member.
Cool.
We're going to have some board member classes. If any of our young professionals have wanted to, what does it mean to be a board member? Because
what's the responsibility?
Yeah, and so we have someone that will be coming in and training. We'll offer 2 classes, one in the fall and one in the spring. And then way back in the day, I found a book that we're dusting off and we're gonna open back up and do Leadership Carthage. And you should know about where you work and where you live. And I can't tell you how many times, Marion Days, which everybody knows Marion Days, just about as big as Maple Leaf, we do a tour we invite chamber members, and a lot of the community members hop onto our tour, and we tour and we really educate the folks about how Marion Day started, and from anywhere from the food to why is there street signs? How did those get their names out there?
I mean, for businesses, there's a big impact when that many people come to town.
It is a huge
tens
impact.
of thousands.
Yes, it's this year with it being the 45th, 46th anniversary, right at 100,000. So our community, in the matter, 2 months, really is welcoming over 200,000 people between Marion Days and Maple Leaf.
Yeah.
That is huge. And so to coordinate all of this and learn about a lot of our culture is really important, because we've had people, I've lived here my whole life and I didn't really know what Marion Days was all about. So it's great to give back a little bit of that education.
In May, you held an Empower Women in Business lunch with Senator Jill Carter. Will you have more sessions like that? Tell us about that group.
Yes, we do a monthly luncheon, which is our Empowering Women in Business. And we have a group and we pick those topics. We really listen to women and what do they want to hear, from financing to how to take care of yourself should your spouse leave, where should I invest my money, to hearing what happens when I retire, when should I retire. We had a class where a lady retired early and a lady retired right on time. 2 totally different perspectives.
Wow.
And listening and bringing those types of enrichment to help us be women to be better leaders, co-workers, have a happier work-life balance. It's really important for all of us. And because we started this, so we had our 3rd annual conference, and now we've spawned and we have a men's leadership breakfast.
I was going to say, men's, don't feel left out, men. So, and it is men, they're a leadership breakfast group.
Yes, they're a mentor, educate, and network leadership breakfast. That's ladies' lunch and men breakfast. So that's how, because we're so busy of a morning, we can't get away for breakfast half the time, get the kids to school, do this, that, and the other. But, and I heard the men very, very low, the women get everything. I'm like, just give me time. And so again, bringing the right group of men together. What do you want to hear that would make you a better leader? How do you take care of your family should you pass away? You need to plan that now at any age. And hearing on both aspects about, health concerns, how do we live a healthier life, bringing in sleep doctors, how do we sleep better? And a lot of these work for both men and women. Heart disease, working with Mercy and Freeman on those types of how we stay healthy.
Are these events open to the community or just chamber members?
Nope. Anybody can come. They can just visit our website and purchase a ticket. It's cheap. Whether you're a male or female, it's $12 for members or $15 for non-members. We want everybody to be educated.
Let's talk about some of the new businesses locating in Carthage. You've had some new ones come into town.
We've had a pizza place. We've had a couple of ice cream shops, which is always fun. You can't go wrong with that. We've had some businesses that have relocated from one end of town to the other, going places up on our square. We're very excited about all of the wonderful possibilities that are happening with these businesses. Scoop It is one of the new ice cream shops. We've had Mimi's Custard that's open. We've got a Red Farm type of where you can go in and marketplace type of buying fresh eggs and fresh beef and those kinds of things. A lot of restaurants, the pizza place where if everybody's watching, the old Cave Gang, that is back to a pizza place again. So we're very excited about that. And, we're always looking for new partners. Stop by the chamber so we can, really help guide them in a way. We have a great working relationship here at MSSU with the SBDC. So we want to make sure that when you take that chance and open your business, that you are crossing all the T's and dotting all the I's, and we work very closely.
Yeah. What do you think makes Carthage, lastly, as we get ready to wrap up, what do you think makes Carthage a good draw for a business?
Oh, well, the people. The people really support our businesses. There's spots open around the courthouse. How beautiful is it, buying a business on the courthouse around the square and looking at that every single day. It's so iconic. You'll never find anything around here quite like that. And we have a nice hometown feel, and you don't get that everywhere. We are very blessed. We could all drive to communities where there's holes on the square, or the buildings haven't been upkept, but we're very lucky. There's a lot of pride in our community, and when we're ready to work, we're working together, and that's a sense of family.
Where should people go to find out about all of the events? Where's your calendar?
Well, our calendar is at our website at carthagechamber.com. You can call us, email us, find us.
Facebook page?
Find us on Facebook. All of our events are listed on there, and we'd love to see new businesses, reconnect with the old businesses, and just re-engage with the community. That's what we're all about.
Excellent. Thanks. Julie Reams, thanks for being here.
Of course.
We're going to take a short break, and when we come back, we are joined by Kate Kelly with Vision Carthage. Welcome back to Newsmakers, where we are bringing focus to things to do in Carthage, Missouri, the county seat of Jasper County. Joining our conversation is MSSU alum Kate Kelly with Vision Carthage. Welcome, Kate.
Yes, it's so fun to be here again. It literally was like a walk down memory lane as I came down the hall. All my best memories happened here in Webster, so it's so fun to be here in this capacity.
Yeah, well, you're doing communication things, which is awesome.
Absolutely.
We just talked with Julie with the Chamber of Commerce, and most cities have one of those. But what is Vision Carthage for those who might not be familiar with your mission?
So I'll tell you, every community needs a Vision Carthage, but not every community gets one.
That's right.
So Vision Carthage is a nonprofit that is focused on beautification and revitalization efforts. So obviously, one of the things that makes Carthage so special is it's a beautiful town. I mean, people come and they see our flowers, they see our art, our murals, our beautiful architecture. All those things are things that we want to maintain. And so that's what Vision Carthage does. We invest in making Carthage a more beautiful place every day.
Okay, that's excellent. So talk about, I mean, how do you have funding? And is it a grant funded program? Is it a fundraising program?
Yeah, so the way that Vision Carthage works, honestly, there are so many people who are invested in making Carthage a beautiful place. So we have a lot of private donors, and we're incredibly thankful for them. There are so many great businesses that decide to sponsor events or projects that they also feel passionate about. And then, of course, grants. I mean, that is the nonprofit world. We're always looking for a good grant that fits our mission and making Carthage great.
Excellent. So you have an event coming up called Dumpster Day. What is Dumpster Day?
So Dumpster Day is pretty exciting, you guys. Okay, so this is something that happened a long time ago. It was traditionally done with the Carthage Police Department, actually, as a nice community cleanup initiative. And so we are bringing it back. It's kind of gone dormant for a while, and so we are picking it back up. That's going to happen on June 8th. So it's going to be a Sunday. We're going to do it in the afternoon, and it's just going to kick off at 3 o'clock, and people are invited to bring all of the ugly stuff, all of the junk that they want to get off their hands. We will gladly take. We're super thankful because we are actually going to be able to take old tires, which is not something that we can traditionally accept in these dumpsters. We're working with Republic to do this, but the Jackson Family Tire Company, they are so nice. They are going to be taking our tires and recycling them for us. So it's great as a just cleanup day for Carthage, but it's also really good for the environment. So we're looking forward to that.
So how do people volunteer to be part of Dumpster Day?
So if they want to get involved with that or any of our volunteer initiatives, they just need to contact our office. So they can give us a call, check out our Facebook page, social media, but visioncarthage.org is our website, and they can go and see all of the different volunteer opportunities that we have and just sign up for whichever one pulls on their heartstrings.
That's cool. Finding the beauty in Carthage is behind several of your events. Let's talk about your gardening and landscaping projects, and you're even going to be doing one for the police department, correct?
Yeah, so we are looking at cleaning up a couple of blocks there. So we've got the Carthage Police Department, and then we also have the Youth Activity Center, and they have some garden beds that just need a little TLC, and that's really what Vision Carthage is all about, is coming in with volunteers, and the Carthage Police Department actually got some funding to help us do some of that landscaping, which is wonderful. And so we're just going to be putting in some fresh plants and sprucing up that area. I don't know if anyone has been in Central Park lately, but if they haven't, they definitely should be, because it is beautiful. In fact, we have been working really hard with our spring planting. We had a great cleanup day where we had over 100 volunteers show up to pick up trash and also plant flowers, and it was just such a beautiful impact. We did all of that in less than an hour.
I mean, it shows you about what many hands working together can do successfully.
I mean, it was just incredible. The volunteers, like, they just kept coming. I mean, it was just like a long line of these army ants coming together to tackle this project, and they all dispersed, divided, and conquered. And it shows. I mean, Carthage just shines, it sparkles, and you really see that in the park right now.
That's important. Yeah. Why is it so important that your group does this? Is it hard for maybe organizations to afford landscaping? You said the police department did have some funding, but for others, I mean, it's not necessarily always free.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, that makes me think about our Restoration Carthage program, honestly, because there are so many people who, it's not for a lack of wanting to make their home or their yard beautiful. It just comes down to a lack of resources, or sometimes, honestly, a lack of knowledge. Like, they just don't even know where to begin. They're not sure about how to even tackle landscaping or gardening. And that's where our Restoration Carthage program comes in. And it's been been totally revamped this year.
Okay.
So Restoration Carthage, typically the way that it works, we partner with Habitat for Humanity and Hearts and Hammers, and of course our wonderful volunteers in the community to go in and perform exterior repairs and landscaping on homes. Well, we really wanted to try to make this a more like holistic approach. And so we've started hosting these free community education classes that are focused on home repair. So each month, basically now all the way through October, we are hosting these free classes for people, and they cover a variety of subjects. So we have a native-scaping class. We did a spring cleaning workshop. We have another one focused on, painting and different types of paint and how to prep the surfaces and what kind of tools do you need to use. And it's been really incredible to see the response of people that are so grateful that we're providing this free education. And it just goes to show, I think, that truly, whether it comes down to a lack of funding or, like I said, a lack of knowledge, it's not a lack of wanting to make their spaces better. And so when we can come together with our volunteers, with our local experts, and we can really come together to make that community change, that all goes back to our mission.
So besides the workshops, then you do have one big restoration day. When is that this year?
September 27th. So that's going to be great. It's going to be a really fun event for us to pull together all of the work that we've been doing in these months with these workshops leading up to that day. We're going to handpick a few select individuals. So people basically are invited to apply for the Restoration Carthage program. And then if they attend at least 3 of the 7 workshops that we are hosting, then they are in the running for us to select their home to be worked on that day.
Well, sometimes it's a matter of just even mowing the lawn.
Yeah.
And for some maybe elderly, that's a difficult task.
Absolutely. And I think it's been such a humbling experience, honestly, seeing the different people and the stories behind the homes, because honestly, your exterior environment is a reflection of a lot of what's going on inside or what's going on in your life. And so, we meet people who are disabled. They're veterans. They don't have family in the area. They've gotten older and they just don't have maybe the base that they really need to be able to do the work. And it's not for a lack of wanting to, it's just they physically are not able.
Yeah.
And so it's beautiful to be able to come alongside them and lift them up in that way.
That's awesome. So September, but are the applications open now?
Yes, applications are open now. We want people to apply. It's totally free. I mean, I keep telling people that there's no catch here. Like, how happy would you be if someone knocked on your door and was like, hey, can we work on your home for free? Can we mow your lawn for free?
Yeah.
That's what we do. That's what we do, is just we focus on those exterior repairs. And then through this process, we also come across individuals who, they need help done on the inside of their homes. And that's where our partnership with nonprofits like Habitat for Humanity is so impactful, because then they can work on the heavy lifting inside. We can work on the heavy lifting outside.
Yeah.
And together we revamp an entire home, and it means so much to the families that we help.
Yeah. Well, you have a special event at the end of June, your evening soiree, Flowers After Hours. Tell us about it.
Oh, this is so fun. Okay, so this event is part of our Carthage in Bloom beautification initiative. So we have voting open right now all the way through June 12th for people to basically vote on their favorite yards and landscaping. It's open to different homes, so residential areas, but also businesses and nonprofits. So pick whatever beautiful home or landscaping, whatever you love, and then we will get the submission and we will honor the award winners on June 28th. So that's a Saturday. It's going to be in Central Park, beautiful, in the evening from 7 to 10 p.m. We're going to have art in the park. So we're working with local artists to have just a beautiful area where people can stroll through, see all of the creativity and beautiful things that people can create. But we're also going to have a silent auction, a live auction. We'll have some great charcuterie snacks and drinks. It's just going to be an elevated evening for us to celebrate our Carthage in Bloom Award winners, but also get the community excited about all of the things that are beautiful in Carthage. So we're really looking forward to that. Tickets are only $25. I mean, it's great value to be able to enjoy this beautiful space. We're working with Carthage Water and Electric to hang some lights, and so I mean, everybody thinks sparkle in the park, so think that, but like we're gonna scale it back a little bit for this event, but it's going to be beautiful, and we really want everyone to come.
How does the voting work? And are there certain houses that are on a list that you should go look at, or is it any house you see and say, I want to nominate them.
Yeah, so Carthage is broken up into several different wards. And so if you know which ward the house is in, that's great. But if you don't, then you can just put, I don't know. And that's okay because we'll do the work for you. So we have a couple of judges that after the nominations close on June 12th, they'll spend the next couple of weeks looking through the different nominations. Obviously, the more homes or spaces that have been nominated multiple times are going to definitely be on the judges list.
Yeah.
And then everybody wants the coveted, you know, Carthage in Bloom sign in their yard. This is the beauty spot. So yeah, it's a fun way for people to get a little competitive, you know, and it's truly working. We're seeing more flowers and more beautiful landscaping spread across Carthage, and that is always the goal. You know, we want everybody to be just as passionate about making Carthage beautiful as we are.
Well, the historic homes are already there, but it's nice to
Yes.
have all the extras.
Yeah, the architecture. I mean, if you just walk along a street in Carthage, there's so much history, so much beautiful architecture, and every home has a story.
Yeah.
And you know, that history carries on into the present. I mean, every home has a family with a story right now,
Sure.
and it's just beautiful to see how Carthage has evolved over the years. We're honoring that history, honoring that past, but we're also investing our time and energy and resources into making Carthage a beautiful place for generations to come.
Well, let's talk about your efforts to restore murals. We got some video of them. One was recently completed for Municipal Park. So tell us about that restoration and why there's a push to do that.
Yes, so this is a beautiful mural. It was originally created by John Biggs, and it was kind of hard to see. You know, we call them ghost murals or ghost signs because they have faded away. And we hate that. We want to keep that color in Carthage. We want to celebrate that art and creativity. And so we worked with Cheryl Church, a local artist, to put the color back into this mural, bring it back. And so we were so happy to celebrate that with a ribbon cutting. The community was able to celebrate with us. And it's in a really good spot visually. I mean, you see it right as you're entering onto the square. And the square is kind of the heart, really, of Carthage. So it's important for us to really try to preserve and do our part to make these spaces sparkle and shine. And so this is one way that we were able to do that.
It does take money to pay an artist to do that, and you have a couple more you want to do. So tell us about the other ones you want to restore.
Yes, so there are several murals that are around the square. So John Biggs actually did a series of several, and we have some old business signs, again, those ghost signs that really take us back to the history of Carthage, how it got started, all of the businesses that were able to pour into and invest in Carthage, and part of what makes it so great. But those signs are fading. And so we really want to do our part to bring those back. There are so many different ones. We actually have a binder filled with different projects that we want to tackle. We're fortunate enough that there are other people in the community who are passionate about these murals too, these signs. And so they have been donating and giving us funds so that we can tackle these really just one project, one painting at a time.
All right. And if somebody wants to donate, they just contact
visioncarthage.org. There's a button to donate. It's super handy, but you can always send us a check too. Give me a call and I'll tell you how.
All right. Kate Kelly, thank you so much for all the information.
Thank you.
That wraps up this edition of Newsmakers. Thanks to our guest, and thank you for watching.